Hey, what's up?
Welcome. Another verses.
Yeah, versus.
And we're going to bring up one or two from what we've already discussed and we're going to put them together.
Right.
And you want to reveal yours first?
I'm going to go with Frank Castle again. I'm going to go with the Punisher.
Okay. I'll go with the guy that I brought up in the very first verses that we did, Rambo.
Rambo, John Rambo.
These guys they're both,
They're both hardcore, man. These
Army guys.
Yes, yes. Former military.
Both of them have knowledge of weapons.
Yep.
But I got to be honest, I think my guy's coming out on top.
I disagree.
I'm going to be a little lukewarm on this because I do like both characters.
Right.
It'd be one of those times where I think it would be 50-50, man. You put them in there 10 times, probably 5 out of 10, it's going to go either way.
Well, we're what we usually did, what we've done in the past, is we do, I think, 4
the strengths, knowledge,
intelligence, weapons, and then skills.
And like I said, I see this again going out in a rural area,
Okay.
crossing paths, and God forbid if there's anybody around.
Yeah.
So so strength wise, I would have to give that a little bit to Rambo.
Yeah, I would think they're evenly matched. That's just me, but I see where you could get that.
I'd say they're close, but I'd give the little bit of edge to Rambo. But again, in the comic books, the Punisher was a pretty stout dude.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I give a little bit to Rambo, but not by much. And I don't think it's going to help him. Like, it's not going to give him a fair advantage.
Right. Right.
And then knowledge-wise, I would probably have to give that a little bit to Frank Castle because he does know the guns a little more. But I also think that it's not going to give him that much of an advantage.
Well, you're talking about 2 guys. If I'm not mistaken, in Castle, isn't he a Vietnam vet?
I think he's Vietnam, but, so is Rambo.
So that's the thing. I mean, they're both familiar with at least that era of armaments and weapons.
Well, see, but Frank Castle's is adjusted with the times.
This is true.
He kind of knows a lot of the weaponry.
Yeah.
It would be, again, but I just don't think it's enough of an advantage to give him, to get him over the hump.
Right.
And then, and then you go to as far as
intelligence.
I'd say that's kind of even.
Yep. I would agree with that.
I mean, even though Rambo's a little more blood force trauma to the head, he's not a, martial arts guy. Punisher has a little bit of knowledge of that.
Yeah.
But again, if Rambo gets his hands on you, I don't think that martial arts is going to help you all that much. But yeah, like I said, I just see it playing out in a rural area. Like maybe the Punisher's been hired to take out Rambo. Rambo's out in the woods doing his thing, and they can't have him out there. He's a loose cannon, and God, like I said, God forbid anybody comes across that war.
I don't think these guys, both of them, and a lot could be said on both sides, Frank Castle and John Rambo, about what they go through, what we've seen them go through in their respective series, comics or the films of Rambo, and they can take an inhuman amount of punishment.
It's true.
I mean, I really mean that. Inhuman amount of punishment.
Yeah, we've seen Rambo take it in Rambo 3.
Yeah. And Punisher, he just doesn't seem, the kind of stuff these guys go through, they just don't seem human. So, I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, it's who would, I hate to put it this way, but who would do the most damage as far as blood loss goes?
I forgot that verse as you said that somebody's going to need a couple blood transfusions after this.
Yeah, I mean,
they're both going to be in the hospital for a bit. Whoever wins, if they both walk away from it.
See, and that's the thing. Do you remember that movie, The Hunted, with Tommy Lee
Jones?
Yes. The end fights. It's sort of like that, only to the nth degree. I mean, you're taking this far and above. I really believe it's going to boil down to it's a battle to the death, and whoever loses the most blood wins.
He's going to bleed out.
He'll bleed out, man. I mean, I think both of them will. Yeah.
So who comes out on top?
I got to go with Castle, man. I just think the guy is, and I deeply respect the Rambo character because I know both of them would be, just that single driven mind to go ahead and go the distance. I know, in as far as Frank Castle goes, that And as far as I understand it, and what I've seen and what I've read of him, the guy just continues, like I said it before, like almost inhumanly moving toward his goal, or whatever that is. Usually is to kill somebody.
Uh, I have to go with outside out here the law. I'm the law.
I'm the law,
I
yeah.
gotta go with Rambo. Yeah, not I'm a street judge.
Yeah, it's rich.
Yeah, but it just again, who's gonna get the upper hand? Really,
Yeah.
who's gonna get that first? Not really fatal wound, but enough to where it's gonna slow somebody down just a step, and we're in trouble. And like I said, I got to go with my guy. But I there's some that we are adamantly in our corners on something.
Right.
This one, I'm a little, I can see both sides because I'm a fan of both. But I picked the Rainbow, so I got to pick my guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's another versus for you. Let us know what you think. Who comes out on top? Rambo versus the Punisher.
It's too bad that if to roll the clock back 30-something years, you could have had a movie like that.
Yeah.
Or a short film or something. Of course, we know Stallone is Rambo, and we know who played the Punisher because he played him in the original Punisher movie.
Yeah, Thomas Jane.
Lundgren.
No, what's his name? The new one.
Oh, Bernthal.
Yeah, Bernthal. I'll pick Bernthal any day of the week.
Well, I mean, if you roll the clock back 30 years, it'd be great to see the two of them go at each other.
30 win at each other. You're not winning that one. It's not Dolph Lundgren. But anyway, see you in another one.